We're talking massive trade rumors that could change everything for America's team. Cowboys fans, buckle up because this one's gonna blow your mind. I've got insider info on a potential blockbuster deal that's got Jerry Jones working the phones overtime. We're talking Pro Bowl talent that could take Dallas from pretenders to contenders overnight. But here's the kicker, it might cost us big time. Hey there, Cowboys Nation? Welcome to Dallas Cowboys Fan, your ultimate destination for all things America's team. Whether you bleed blue and silver or just starting to catch Cowboys fever, this is the place. If you are a die-hard fan, please make sure to subscribe for more latest news and updates of your favorite team. We've got some massive trade rumors that are shaking the foundation of Jerry World, and Cowboys fans are losing their minds. Let's dive right into the latest Dallas Cowboys news that's setting the internet on fire. All right, listen up. I've been scouring my sources, burning up the phone lines, and let me tell you, the buzz around the star in Frisco is deafening. Word on the street is that the Cowboys front office is cooking up something big, and it could change the face of this franchise for years to come. Now, before we get into the juicy details, let me remind you to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring that notification bell. You don't want to miss out on breaking Cowboys news, and trust me, with what I'm about to tell you, you'll want to be the first to know when I drop my next video. So here's the deal. Multiple sources close to the team have been whispering about a potential blockbuster trade that could send shockwaves through the NFL. The Cowboys are reportedly in talks with them. Let's break down what this could mean for the Cowboys. Player name has been a force to be reckoned with, putting up monster numbers over the past few seasons. We're talking about a game changer, someone who could take this Dallas offense to the next level. Imagine player name lining up alongside CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Cooks. Dak Prescott would be licking his chops with that kind of firepower at his disposal. But here's where it gets interesting, folks. To make this trade happen, the Cowboys would likely have to part ways with some serious draft capital and possibly even a key player or two. The rumor mill is churning out names like as potential trade bait. Now, I know that's going to ruffle some feathers in the fan base, but sometimes you've got to give up something to get something, right? Speaking of the fan base, let me tell you, Cowboys Nation is in an absolute frenzy over this news. I've been monitoring social media, forums, and fan sites, and the reactions are all over the place. Some fans are ecstatic at the possibility of landing a superstar-like player name, while others are worried about mortgaging the future for a win-now movie. If Jerry pulls this off, I'll never doubt him again. Super Bowl, here we come. Meanwhile, over on the Cowboys subreddit, user Dallas commented, "Are we really going to give up our future for one player?" This feels like another Roy Williams trade disaster waiting to happen. The debate is raging, and it's not just fans. Former Cowboys players are weighing in too. I caught up with earlier today, and here's what he had to say. Look is a hell of a player, no doubt about it. But the Cowboys need to be careful here. We've seen big trades backfire before. It's all about the price. If they can get him without breaking the bank, then yeah, go for it. But if it's going to cripple the team's ability to build through the draft, that's a tough pill to swallow. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, cap space. We all know the Cowboys have been dancing around the salary cap for years, thanks to some creative accounting by Stephen Jones. But bringing in a player of player name's caliber isn't going to be cheap. The Cowboys would need to do some serious financial gymnastics to make this work. I've been crunching the numbers, and it's going to be tight. The Cowboys would likely need to restructure some existing contracts, possibly extend a few key players, and maybe even make a tough cut or two to free up the necessary space. It's a high-wire act, but if anyone can pull it off, it's the Jones family. But here's where things get even more interesting. My sources tell me that this potential trade isn't happening in a vacuum. There are whispers that other teams are getting involved, turning this into a potential bidding war. The rival team and another team are reportedly also in the mix, which could drive up the price for player name even further. This is where Jerry Jones' deal-making skills are really going to be put to the test. Can he outmaneuver the competition and land the big fish without overpaying? It's going to be a chess match, and you can bet Jerry's going to be working the phones like a madman. Now, let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. Why are the Cowboys even considering a move like this? Well, it's no secret that there's a sense of urgency in Dallas. The window for this current core group of players isn't going to stay open forever. Dak Prescott isn't getting any younger, and the NFC East isn't getting any easier. The Philadelphia Eagles are coming off a Super Bowl appearance. The New York Giants are on the rise with Brian Daboll at the helm. And even the Washington Commanders are making moves to improve. The Cowboys can't afford to stand pat if they want to stay competitive in this division, let alone make a deep playoff run. Adding a player like player name could be the missing piece that puts the Cowboys over the top. It's a high-risk, high-reward move, but sometimes that's what it takes to win championships in this league. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. This trade is far from a done deal. There are still plenty of hurdles to clear, and as we've seen in the past, these big trades can fall apart at the last minute. Remember the whole Earl Thomas saga? Cowboys fans were convinced he was coming to Dallas for years, and it never materialized. So, what's the timeline here? My sources indicate that both sides are motivated to get something done sooner rather than later. With Otis and minicamp on the horizon, the Cowboys would ideally like to have in the building and learning the system as soon as possible. But these things take time, especially when you're talking about a trade of this magnitude. I'll be keeping my ear to the ground and updating you all as soon as I hear any new developments. Make sure you're subscribed and have those notifications turned on, because this situation is fluid and news could break at any moment. Now, I want to hear from you, Cowboys Nation. What do you think about this potential trade? Are you all in on bringing to Dallas, or do you think the price is too high? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's get a discussion going. Before we wrap up, I want to touch on a few other Cowboys news items that are flying under the radar with all this trade talk. All right, folks, that's all I've got for you today. But trust me, this story is far from over. The next few days and weeks are going to be crucial for the future of the Dallas Cowboys. Will Jerry Jones pull off another blockbuster deal, or will this end up being just another off-season rumor? Only time will tell.